Hello, hello, lovely listeners. I am on one today. I'm recording this like today. I'm going to get my team to release this today or tomorrow. Um, because this morning, this morning I had my son's preschool ballet show at school at 9 o'clock. I thought it was 9:30, true story. And we rock in at 2 minutes to nine. And I'm donating some of his toys to the school and the charity that they're affiliated with. So I wanted him to come with me to do that part. And when we got past his teacher, she was like, no, no, 2 minutes. I was like, okay, you go. I'll see you at 1:30 for your class, for your show. And then I went to go donate it at the reception, and like all the parents are there. I was like, wow, everyone is here early. Um, but it turns out I got the wrong time and it all worked out because we were donating toys. I feel like the universe works like that. So had we not been donating toys, I wouldn't have gone to the office. I would have sat in my car for 30 minutes and then walked into the end of the show. So really appreciating that. But I was also thinking about what it means that I can have that flexibility in my week. I was thinking, what did all the other parents have to do to get here? I went from that amazing, I will say, ballet class, ballet show that was so fun, to a walk in the park, to sorting some laundry, to making appointments for my hair. If you've not seen the video on this or a photo of me, I have lots of big curly hair. Whenever I'm in the hairdressers, it's like 5 hours minimum. Appointment for some electrolysis, appointment for the dentist, which I am able to get in tomorrow, which is great. And I was thinking about how I'm able to do this as a solo mum who is running a business, a successful business that I love, and how this is just normal to me. It's normal to me that I am available to go to a dentist appointment tomorrow when I call them today and they say they have availability. It's normal to me to be able to book and get my hair done, even though I am, solo parenting my kid, even though, by the way, we are packing up our house and moving in 5 to 6 weeks. Um, so that is going on. And I really, I really want to know. Feel free to email in. I really want to know how you do this if you work a 40-hour week. And more than that, because I know how you do it, I think. I think you do it by doing all the things all the time, being busy all the time, not having any time for yourself except recovery time, which is, feeling guilty watching Netflix while you're still, sorting through things on your phone, doing online shops, whatever you need to do. Like the world that we live in, the world that we have created, the world that we have inherited in terms of time and our norms and work does not fit the map. It was literally designed for, there to be one parent that stays at home full time. And we're seeing this. I'm seeing the data out there on the squeezing of particularly women, working parents, caregivers, um, anyone with neurodiversity, like all of this stuff that is like the world we've created does not fit us anymore. And instead of changing the norms, we are squeezing ourselves. And I am inviting you to stop doing that. You've heard me speak about a 15-hour work week. You probably know that I have been working a maximum 15-hour work week since 2021. But I wonder if you do know that the reason why I decided to create a 15-hour work week came from two things. One, I'd studied Keynes at university, economics, and he said by 2030, we will all be living a 15-hour work week. And maybe I am like on his team because I think that is not just doable, I think it's essential and optimal for your work goals and your health and yourself and the value of your life. But two, I remember the moment I realized, like, oh, yeah, I want to be a mum. And I was like, what does that look like? Because I am not seeing any models out there that I want. I don't want to be celebrating getting 3 months maternity leave. Like that is the best thing ever for me. I don't want to be celebrating getting to take Fridays off and work from home when I'm still going to be interrupted and expected on calls and expected to answer emails or whatever it means. And I decided that I was going to try and create a 15-hour work week. And that version of me that was bold enough and brave enough to try something that literally wasn't modeled and wasn't created has now resulted in a life where my son thinks month-long vacations are normal, where I get to do things like go to the dentist and get my hair done and take care of myself and go for walks and work out and watch Netflix during the day when he's at school and still do the work that I love. I always say I do the work that I love and I do it how I love it. And I cannot emphasize the richness in that, the joy in that. And I know many of you, it's the number one question that I get asked, which is why we pulled it at one point from our website. How do you work a 15-hour week? How do you work a 15-hour week? So we created the free podcast. I know some of you are already opted into it, but I am actually hosting a live session. 15-hour work week live session is happening. I'm going to share why 15 isn't just a random number. I'm going to share, the 15-hour work week opportunity. I'm going to share about the deprogramming, the reprogramming, the brainwashing, the normalization, and how to detach from it so you can create what you want to see in the world and how you want to be in the world. So you can turn around, whether you are an entrepreneur, an employee, both, all of the above, a parent, a caregiver, a traveler. We had Anna in our team meeting last week who was sharing how since she was in a previous round of the 15-hour work week mastermind, and she works 1 to 2 hours a day every day. She's in Colombia right now. She says she does Muay Thai training. She does training more than she does work hours on a weekly basis. Like, that is the lifestyle that we are talking about. That's barely the tipping stone. I always say those are the results, but it's the thing that I'm going to speak about in this session. I'm going to share the single book that changed everything for me. And I'm going to give you the breakdown of the impact of creating a 15-hour work week for yourself, for your life, for your brain, for your creativity, for your loved ones, for the ripple effect that you create inside your community, and what it's got to do with accessing such high levels of creativity in your brain. If you are someone who, for me, it wasn't a need. I've had clients join the 15-hour work week mastermind and say, because of childcare situations, because of moving away from family, because of whatever, I can only work 15 hours a week and I want to join you because you know how to do it successfully. But I also want to tell you that I did it when I was child-free, living in the south of France, as something that I just wanted. I just wanted more time freedom. So come and join this one-time only live 15-hour work week session. I'm going to be talking about the opportunity. I'm going to be breaking down how we do it. And I'm going to be giving you lots of information, live Q&A, so you can decide if you are meant to become the person who is time free. Time free. The reason, I'm going to stop there because I could go on and on. But really, today I was just thinking, how do people do this? What is it costing us? Like, as a society, in terms of joy, creativity, what's it costing the next generation of kids? What's it costing our parents who we maybe don't have time to see? I saw this data on if you're a certain age, you're going to see your parents. I think the average time to see your parents is twice a year. I see my parents twice a week. I have a great relationship with my parents. Maybe you heard the interview on this podcast. Not saying that's true for everyone, but whoever it is you love, what is the quantity of time and availability you have for them? And what is the quality of that time and availability you have for them? The 15-hour work week for me was just something I decided to try on a whim. I had no idea the richness it was going to create in my life. I had no idea how it would support me through life-shattering moments. My business has sustained. Didn't have to shut everything down because I built it in a way where I couldn't afford for life to happen. I couldn't afford for the unpredictability of life to hit me. Like, this is what I mean by a sustainable business. Sustainability is not about touching all the corners of your hours and filling your days. I want you to know what is possible for you. Listen, you've already had success in your life. You've already achieved goals. You've already created things that at one point felt impossible, whether that's relational, financial, health-wise, location-wise, whatever it might be. But I'm telling you that the level of success that you are capable of, truly capable of, hasn't been touched because you are operating from a 40-hour mindset, not designed for our modern day, not designed for your creativity, not designed for your knowing to lead. So join this live session. You can go to timehackers.xyz/1515 session. The link will be in the show notes. I cannot wait to see you there. It is going to be a complete session all about a 15-hour work week, answering the biggest questions that we get, giving you the how, sharing what's possible so that you can decide if you are meant for more, if you are meant for time freedom, if you are meant to detach from the shackles of the 40-hour work week and the 40-hour mindset and feeling guilty every time you rest and mentally checking your to-do list as you lie in bed and picking up your phone while you watch TV because you feel bad for watching TV, whatever it might be, I would love to see you there. The link will be in the show notes. As I said, this is a paid session. This is a paid high value session. I want you to sign up and show up. You're not going to, like, there is a replay, I will say, for 48 hours. But if you know, if you're thinking, oh, I'll just sign up and then I won't show up. No, sign up and show up, whether it's live or the replay. Most people that join live will still rewatch the replay. I already know that's going to happen because of the value that this is going to have inside it. But it's paid very intentionally because I want you to pay to be in this room. I want you to pay, I think it's $47, right? So it's like a takeaway or a night out, whatever it might be. And it's very intentional because I want you to be committed to showing up, to getting the value. I want you to already know that your time is worth more than that. If you're working right now a 40-hour week and this is a 15-hour work week session, that's 25 hours. If 25 hours, if it's not worth $2 an hour for you, then it's fine. Don't show up. I wish you all the best. Stay with this podcast. Stay with, the Productive Week method. Stay with Time Hackers. This is entry into the most advanced room on time that exists on the planet. We are the only people doing this work at such an extreme, advanced level. So you don't have to want to be in the advanced room. You don't have to want to be a pioneer. You don't have to want to create a 15-hour work week. But if you do, if you are curious, then this is the room. Join us. I cannot wait to see you there.